So I think this case is very popular for three reasons. Number one, it's about China. And everyone wants to understand China, and especially China as a consumer market. What's going on? How do you succeed there? Number two, it's because it talks about a very fundamental, basic, generic marketing and strategic question, which is when does it make sense to go for lifestyle, emotional value proposition, and when does it make sense to talk about the functionalities of the product, which is an issue that will be there in 20, 30, 100 years. And finally, I think it's because Haiyang and I worked a lot, not just on the case, but also on all the additional material for the educators. We have this website where colleagues can go and download additional videos, and they can even see me, for example, teaching the case at INSEAD. And then they get a feel for what it is to teach this case and how am I going to interact with the students, which really helps them understand the value of the case and eventually adopt it.
I think the videos are very important. Students get to experience the real business scenarios. They are taking a report from the CEOs of L'Oréal China, the brand manager of USI. All that creates a sense of realism in the classroom. Students are much more engaged and much more interested in the content we are delivering, and they tend to think better, think deeper, given that they're getting first-hand insights. So overall, I think the videos play a critical role in delivering the type of INSEAD experience we aim to offer.
So I think L'Oréal has to be commended for being a company that understands the value of interacting with business schools like INSEAD and understand that a case is not a PR tool. It's a pedagogical material which is there to facilitate class discussion. So what people at L'Oréal did really well is that they opened up. They didn't stonewall, they didn't try to just show us the good things. They opened up, and they understood that by opening up, by talking about everything they did, why they did it, what worked, what didn't work, they're making this into a true pedagogical material that is very helpful, and which also, I think, in the end, makes them look better, because in the students can easily see if it's a case is just an ad for recruitment, and they can see through that. And if they understand that this is really a case that describes what happened, why, and what worked, what didn't work, then they get really engaged, and they really learn, and they're grateful in the end.
Well, I mean, the list is really long, I think. I think Pierre already touched upon a key aspect of it, that is being able to operate globally. That's a key skill set that most MBA and master's students are looking for. So the L'Oréal case definitely offers that. So one important takeaway, I believe, of the case is that you cannot just apply your Western or the mindset of your country to a new market, a large market like China. You have to really forget about your assumptions and really do serious marketing research, understanding consumer psychology. And your decision-making, your strategy should be built upon those research insights.
Oh, I think this is a really fundamental issue. We all know this, but in marketing, theoretically, it's not hard. We all know we have to do homework, but it's hard to do in practice. And this is what the case method does. It gives you an opportunity to really apply these ideas in practice and okay, make a decision. You have a choice here. We have to make a decision. What do you do? And this is when people realize, actually, it's not so easy. And that there is actually a lot of value into thinking deeply and strategically about marketing. That's what they get from the case. And the cases in general, not just this one.
And I think that there's one more point that we would like to emphasize in teaching the case. That is, there's only one thing that doesn't change. It's the change itself. So you have to always expect the market to be changing. And in a very fast-moving market, like China, it is important that the executives anticipate all the changes and constantly innovate. And that's the model of L'Oréal operating in China. And we hope students can walk away with that learning in mind.
It's a really fun case to teach. I mean, first of all, the way we framed it, the model of the mushroom, gets everyone excited because, of course, you want to say the model. And also, it allows us to talk about beauty. And beauty may seem superficial, and actually it's very deep. People, humans, have been using beauty from ever. I mean, we found beauty ochres used as makeup in caves 160,000 years ago. It's a very fundamental thing. And to have a discussion in the class about what does it mean to be beautiful in China, what are the Chinese approach to beauty and to health, and how can a big global company like L'Oréal learn to operate in this very different market. These are issues that get really people passionate. And then of course we talk about how pretty really is the model here compared to the mushroom, and it gets everyone really excited about it.